So my name's LJ Rader. I run the account Art But Make It Sports. So what is Art But Make It Sports? I've been running the account now for roughly 4 years, and I wish I knew the answer to that question. I go to museums, I take lots of photos, and I have a repository of images on my phone, and then I wait for a sports moment to happen.
A.J. Brown, touchdown!
Things people are talking about online.
And the alley-oop.
I try to mold a comparison where I put the sports image next to the piece of art. It's sort of a side-by-side, and then I post it. The folder on my phone with all the artwork is called Meme Fuel, so I think in general, that level of content that you might see online. My strategy when I'm actually at the museum, I'll just get a map and I'll just start running. I tend to blitz through museums. And I'll step into a room and just kind of take a look around of what I might want to use later. And I'll immediately know, like, that is a sports image. 15-yard penalty for the face mask there. At some point, this is going to come up. There's obviously the two central figures dancing, and you think about Chad Ochocinco dancing in the end zone. It could come in the straight visual comparison. Somebody's throwing up a ball. Body placement and colors, but also the meaning. The title. There's that thread that you can weave to the figure that you're trying to represent in the post. Tom Brady in the Super Bowl versus the Eagles.
A little made-up artistry. Those are some bright, gaudy yellow pants.
Is that an actual color?
It's like the Spanish artist. Look it up.
If you can tie that to the artist's signature style, that's what tends to make them pop. Degas is quintessential football. Degas has a catalog of ballet dancers that are in movement together. With a receiver and DB, right, it is a dance.
A work of art, a Picasso.
It's a Picasso. I'm more of a Monet guy. Picasso's a little bit edgy. Monet's a little more, flows a little better.
I'll spend a lot of time looking through what I've photographed. Oh, there we go, there we go. Because I want to look at it every day and see something that I didn't see the day before. What feels like if I post this, yes, like that's awesome. I don't have an art history degree. I work in sports professionally at Sportradar. We provide data feeds for sports clients. So I'd say my love of art comes from my grandma. Her and my grandpa used to bring me to museums. Both grew up poor, but they had a parking garage in the city, and they had a bunch of artists that were sort of tenants of the garage, and they used to not be able to pay, but they would exchange art. And so my grandparents had a pretty impressive art collection. Ben Shahn, so that's one of the artists that his work ended up with my grandparents. Either he gave it to them or one of his artist friends used it to pay their parking garage for the month. When there is a big event like Super Bowl where everybody's watching, but then they're also on that second screen online, I can get a post out there and inject it into the timeline. That's sort of how traction happens on social media. The biggest moment, I see that the NFL has tagged me in a picture of Jason Kelce without a shirt on. Made the comparison to like Dutch Golden Age paintings where they tend to be sort of drunk. My phone blew up. I got an alert. Ben Stiller followed the account, the biggest TikTok star in the world. Addison Rae, Jerry Saltz, the art critic. Started out as probably like 100, 150 people. A lot of my mom's friends followed early on. Now there's just a massive community.
Bob Ross likes to paint. I think it might be a draw. Second and goal. Trying to get into the paint of the end zone.
But the NFL is just like this treasure trove of stuff to work with.
Paint the 16 chapel tonight. Make it our masterpiece.
I think a lot of the reason why is because of the unpredictable nature that you get. The number of players on the field at any given point in time lends itself really well to chaos.
The left goes to the right goes to the left. This guy crosses here. They have no idea where we are, who we are, where we're coming from, or who we're throwing to.
Bodies are clashing on every given play. So one of my favorite artists, Tiapolo, lots of flying figures. Josh Allen hurdling somebody or, a touchdown on the goal line.
No one said it had to be an oil painting to count.
I like when I can pull from abstract art where the artist has managed to capture that movement.
It's like painting a portrait. It just is all these brush strokes to get up and down the field.
Football, again, lends itself really nicely because of the range of emotions. Anger, frustration, sacrifice, despair.
If it was a painting, this was not a Michelangelo.
Hey, not all of Mozart's paintings were perfect.
It's that roller coaster. One of the things that comes up a bunch is end zone celebrations, elation and happiness, triumph.
In the shotgun, Mahomes. He runs and he throws. Hardman caught the ball. The Chiefs have won.
Part of what the account has allowed people to do is have this moment where they realize, I'm actually an art fan because I'm a football fan. I like going to museums now because now I'll look at art as if it's a football moment. It comes back to the idea of, I've seen this before, or like, time is a flat circle. It's, history repeats itself. Do you think Da Vinci could ever have imagined that he's painting this masterpiece and some idiot online is going to compare it to a sport that doesn't even exist? The best art says one thing to somebody and says something completely different to somebody else, and it sparks excitement and your own interpretation.
They paint a masterpiece. There's no other way to put it.
The thing I like about football is the artistry, is the color, is the movement. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to put a frame around that and put it on a wall in a museum. I think that's why the account has become what it is. People see this moment that happens on the football field, and they know that football is art.